and Kinnock.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Every once in a while, a piece of legislation comes that goes to the very heart of our character as a country. The Internal Market Bill is one such piece of legislation. It goes to the very heart of our economy, our national identity, and our constitution. Now, there's no doubt that the legislation is necessary. We need a strong internal market so businesses can trade freely across the UK's four nations, which will be vital for our shared prosperity. And we want the government to get on and deliver what they promised, an oven-ready Brexit deal in place for January the 1st so that we can get on with tackling the coronavirus crisis. But, Mr. Deputy Speaker, whether seen through the prism of the economy, of our national reputation or of our constitution, this bill is fundamentally flawed. On the economy, it creates the conditions for a race to the bottom. Mutual recognition of standards without common frameworks in place simply opens the back door to hormone-injected beef and chlorinated chicken becoming the norm. Internationally, this bill will severely damage Britain's standing in the world. The government has freely and openly confirmed that this bill will breach international law by overriding elements of the withdrawal agreement signed only 9 months ago by the Prime Minister himself. And as the Foreign Secretary himself stated in January, global Britain is about continuing to uphold our heartfelt commitment to the international rule of law, for which we are respected the world over. Mr. Deputy Speaker, our country's reputation is on the line. Surely we want to be seen as a trustworthy nation with which other countries can do business in good faith. Surely we want to strike good trade deals across the world. Surely we want to be able to stand up to the world's authoritarian regimes with credibility. I know many members on the opposite benches are extremely concerned about the damage this government is doing to Britain's standing in the world, and I hope that this concern will be reflected in the division lobbies this evening. Mr. Deputy Speaker, as a Welsh MP who believes passionately in a strong Wales within a strong United Kingdom, I am also profoundly concerned that this bill risks the integrity of our union. Devolution is based on the principle of informed consent, but the UK government is hell-bent on cutting the devolved administrations out of the conversation. Surely one of the lessons of this COVID crisis is that the over-centralised control freakery of this government is simply not working. The days of being able to sit behind a desk in Whitehall, pull a lever and expect this to deliver the desired outcomes in places like Aberavon are over. Modern government should be built on consultation and cooperation, not top-down diktats. As chair of the all-party group on post-Brexit funding, I'm profoundly concerned that this approach will be applied to the Shared Prosperity Fund. There's a risk that the UK government will undertake both a money grab and a power grab from the devolved nations in regards to how that development funding will be spent. Further still, we hear that the government plans to funnel money directly into Conservative seats in what can only be described as the worst sort of pork barrel politics. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Prime Minister loves to present himself as a Churchillian patriot. But is it patriotic to divide our country? Is it patriotic to tarnish our country's reputation overseas? Is it patriotic to undermine our economy and the standards that we hold so dear? Absolutely not. The key elements of this bill are holding our country back. We need competence and consensus, not bluster and bullying. We need to deliver on this deal and move forward.